Suicide Squad. DC's done it again.
Wait, that was really the
Wait,
thing?
no, we need to redo that. That was just me
That
throwing
was
out an
trash.
idea. Yeah. Wait, I wasn't looking at the camera. Hey, hi, people. All right, one more time. I'll have like an expression on my face like I'm happy and then I'm dying inside. Welcome to Slanted Comics. I'm Aiden, this is Carter, and that's James. And today we're talking about the critically not acclaimed movie Suicide Squad.
27%, now 26% by critics.
The same as Green Lantern.
Yeah, which, if you don't remember,
It sucked.
it sucked. Yeah, it was just a horrible movie. 70% by users, and then 27%, now 26% by critics, which I'd agree with the users. I wanted a little more, but
Definitely do not agree with the critical response to
yeah, no.
I feel like it was nowhere near a great movie. Whether it's a good movie, I'm on the fence about, but I do not think it deserved kind of what Carter was saying, a 27%. I think there was definitely room for a ton of improvement, but all in all, it wasn't horrible.
I mean, like, the new Ghostbusters movie, which we talked about a few episodes ago, got higher critical response than Suicide Squad, which was...
And they lost money. They didn't even break even. You see, where Suicide Squad, they had a budget of 175 million, and they got to 525 million?
Yeah.
525.4.
They broke records for the month of August.
Yes.
You know.
So the fact that there's 27% here from critics and it's less than Ghostbusters is just a little bit sus.
I mean, technically, Suicide Squad was a success because they made a lot of money, but...
Yeah.
It seems as if people have said this, and I don't completely agree with them, but they're saying that critics have more of a bias towards Warner Bros. And DC, given their lineup of Man of Steel and Batman v Superman not being great by any means. So they go into this movie with low expectations, and in turn have a lower turnout than what they would have if they had higher expectations.
The ending was just a little. It was too open. There wasn't a true closing to the movie. I was left like, oh, that's the end. But then just everything that's in the movie, like all the backstories and all that stuff, I feel like it wasn't needed, and they could have filled it with something else, maybe a little more Joker. I mean, with the only 7 minutes of screen time in this 2 hours and 3 minutes that were, given. So
You look at it, and Batman v Superman, not the director's cut, the cut that was sent into theaters, was 2.5 hours. With that 25 extra minutes, think about how much Joker they could have put into that movie in theaters. It could have been so much better.
And the only reason why they didn't put it in was because what they had filmed was just highlighting more of the abusive background with Harley Quinn and the Joker, and then in the end they were just together, which I was looking forward to a more, beat down, abusive relationship between Joker and Harley Quinn.
The vibe Joker gave in Suicide Squad was that he actually cared for her, but he doesn't, in the comics, he doesn't actually care for her. He thinks, like, he owns her or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not a real, mutual relationship. And she loves him because she's obsessed with chaos and whatnot.
Yeah, but she's attracted to that type of stuff, so...
Yeah. People have said that this movie is this year's Fantastic Four, but
it's not even... Yeah, no.
I agree with it to a certain point, where they're trying to make a lighter tone thing darker, but at the same time, it is way, way better. That's a bit of an insult to call it that.
With all the backstories, they tried to build characters. So you would think that with all the characters that they have in the film, they would give accurate backstories for everything, for everyone there, which really they didn't. And that's singling out 1, Katana, and 2, Killer Croc, because Killer Croc was just like, they showed him already in the cell, just locked up. And then Katana, all they showed was her just killing the people that killed her husband. So really, there's more backstory if you look at a CW episode from Arrow.
What some people have said, and when you look at it, you kind of understand, there's opening title sequences for all of these characters, and the shorter the title sequence is where it describes what they're doing, the less important they are and the less developed they are within the story. I think Katana got like 20 seconds.
She didn't even get a real intro, really.
No.
To kind of
her intro is her hopping on a plane and someone else going, "Yo, you're late."
Yeah. And also, your sword collects souls of people.
Yeah.
You know, just casually mentioning, oh,
Just-
yeah,
yeah.
my husband's soul is in this sword
Yeah.
I'm killing people with right now, and I talk to him sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's it's not sketch at all.
Nope. After the trailer that dropped at Comic-Con, the main thing that people were expecting from the movie was a really humorous type of story, which was not what they were making at all.
And one of the bigger questions about this movie is it the outlet to all the hype that's being made about this film? It's not. It doesn't lead up to the hype. It doesn't make up for any of it. I know that when we were at WonderCon, they showed us an extended trailer, and it just threw us even more off from what the movie is. If you look in the trailer, do they even show like this swirling light ring of
But yeah,
death?
they do. But they
It's,
never show the villain.
Yeah, no.
So we
No.
were actually kind of, maybe that was kind of a positive thing that they didn't show the villain, because in Batman vs Superman, they spoiled a huge villain after like 3 trailers. That would have been
Yeah.
perfectly fine if they didn't mention it, because it would have been 10 times better if they didn't tell us about that. But when we saw trailers for Suicide Squad, we saw, oh, they haven't showed us a villain yet, so maybe that's good, right?
Yeah.
But then it didn't really pay off that well in the end.
One kind of small problem that not a lot of people are talking about that really bugged me was with the character Rick Flag.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene early in the movie when they're on the helicopter and he's talking to Will Smith and he says like, "Oh, you're just a serial killer who takes credit cards," and he's like totally shaming down upon him for like killing people for no reason. And then later on in the film, Amanda Waller kills 6 people in the area where she's being rescued from, and he doesn't say anything about it.
Nope. The character Rick Flag, he's all words and almost like no, he doesn't have anything to back his words up, because he's like, yo, like to Deadshot for Will Smith's character, he's like, yo, it's like, you cut and run, you're dead, I'm blowing your head off. And then he goes and he's almost killed 3 times and he has to be saved by him.
That comes back to the structure of the movie as a whole. When you're looking at the fight scenes, it's they go to a place, they have a fight scene, they walk a little bit more, talk a little bit, have another fight scene where they rescue Rick Flag a second time like they did in the first one. They go up a tower, they have a third fight scene, Rick Flag gets captured again, they have to rescue
Rescue him
Rick
again.
Flag, and then there's a fourth one with the really like crappy villain, and then they have to rescue Rick Flag again.
I will say that last confrontation with the villain with El
That
Diablo
was
I actually
pretty
like
good.
that sequence.
Yeah, like that was something that I didn't really see coming. So there's little things that you can watch out for. It is a DC film, so they're going to throw in as many Easter eggs as possible. That's just the way that they do stuff. They like to throw little hints at us.
I didn't expect his character to be as influential as he was. I actually really liked El Diablo in this movie, because you didn't really expect him to amount to much in this. He's like, oh, it's
No.
another person that they just dragged in. No, he actually had a pretty good backstory, and he had a good character arc. And
Yeah,
I'm
that was
kind of sad about how it went down, though. But you know, he was pretty good as a character. There was a sequence with our God and Savior Slipknot.
Oh,
best character.
So that
Favorite.
sequence, so this is a spoiler, so basically there's a scene where Slipknot and Captain Boomerang are talking, and they're like, oh, maybe we should just run for it, these bombs are probably just a scare tactic, and Captain Boomerang tells Slipknot, oh, make a run for it and I'll follow you. So Slipknot starts climbing a little over the buildings and stuff like that, and gets his head blown off by Rick Flag, and it's kind of, that sequence was actually ripped out of one of the first Suicide Squad comics. It's like, it pretty much goes down exactly the same,
Yeah.
except instead of his head getting blown off, his arm gets blown off, but it's pretty much the same thing, and it was kind of fun noticing that when I watched it.
You were just talking about Captain Boomerang, and to talk more about him, he is Captain Boomerang, and throughout the film, he threw 4 boomerangs.
not much of a captain, and one of them was a camera.
But I will say, I actually kind of liked him too. I mean, I don't usually like.
I feel like he was more of like a gag relief type character instead of an actual drive for the film.
I cringed more at his stuff than I laughed at it. What I and a bunch of people were worried about when you found out that Will Smith was cast for Deadshot that he would be too much of a good guy, even
And
though
also,
he's an assassin.
where's his song on the Suicide Squad album?
Yeah.
We're waiting.
Yeah. One thing that really disappointed me, and we kind of touched on it, was how the villain and any threat in the movie whatsoever is just so basic and standard. You have a faceless army that's constantly attacking the heroes.
I think that was a budget cut. They ran out of money.
But, yeah, and then after that, they have to stop a glowing beam of light in the sky, and you have to stop the main villain's CGI henchman that's 10 feet tall, and then after that, you have to defeat the main villain.
And think about it. Enchantress has to kiss every single person to turn them into one of their... So there's so many people. Don't her lips get, like, sore or chapped or anything like that? Like, and and it's not even, like, something that's, like quick. It's not like, there. It's, like, it's long. Because we see one of them get...
That's what she said.
Oh, snap.
Children watch this show. Maybe. I don't know.
Amanda Waller's reasoning behind why they're fighting, like, mystical, like, witches that are, like, destroying whole cities. Witches be crazy. Amanda Waller says, well, they have power, Superman had power, so they're basically the same. No. And that draws into the thing where it's like, where is Wonder Woman? Where is Batman during all of this? There's a blue light coming out of the sky, destroying every U.S. satellite in existence, and is about to destroy the world, and they're just, like, not there.
Around recruiting kids right now, okay?
And Wonder Woman is
like
flying
Ezra
on Turkish
Miller.
Airlines.
That's my second favorite chair.
You'd like Suicide Squad if you're into, like, action-packed CGI, cool costume, punchy movies. That's not a thing, but just
Punchy movie.
Yes, punchy movies. Then you'd like it. So, like, stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy, you'd like this movie. Guardians of the Galaxy was kick-ass.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's our episode. If you liked it, remember to hit that thumbs up button. If you enjoy our content, hit that subscribe button. It's a bi-weekly podcast panel show, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Hope you like the episode.
Also,
Twitter handles
are right here.
Best way to contact us, Twitter, right there. This has been Slanted Comics, signing out.